things are recording right now.
Okay. I'm gonna just walk in like.
Oh my gosh. You're good.
Oh.
That, I don't know if y'all could hear that.
You alright?
You did that pretty good.
Holy. Alright.
I want to play
Well.
like from like 2000s, 2010, when that like character walks back in finally. Like, woo! You walk in.
Yeah.
I hit the corner and the hardwood right there. Hard.
Anyway, I heard that.
It's Christmas time, as you can tell.
Clearly.
I'm Jeff.
Not really. I mean, Thanksgiving's not.
Yeah, but it's still Christmas.
I did this last year.
I mean, yeah.
Last year I came with this onesie, same exact onesie, OGs know. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll the intro. Intro. Boom. Intro done. Okay.
I'm back.
You're back. A long
Yeah.
way to return.
Better than ever.
Better than ever.
Very busy end of the season for
He's a
football.
busy man.
If y'all didn't know, I play for Topsail High School.
Center.
And, I play center.
Jeez, this onesie's
And-
unpredictable.
and we made the playoffs, so I got to dress Friday night, but we got killed.
Ooh.
So, but we expected to. We had to go all the way near Charlotte, and they're a really good team. So very expected, very fun, good varsity experience for me, especially as a sophomore being able to play varsity. But it was fun and
He's
good
a
season,
dog,
and
he's a
now
dog.
I'm back. So I'm
Allow
ready
me
to.
reintroduce
excited to be
myself. My name
back.
is Apple.
All right,
Okay.
some big highlights from last week.
Starting-
Georgia played a heck of a game against Tennessee.
Did not expect them to play that good. And speaking,
did.
I'll let you hit
I
on this
did.
because you're a guy. Good, love. Carson Beck, he played really good. Like, I was surprised how good he played, but he played really good.
He was all right. So for those of y'all that have been watching the Georgia Bulldogs and Carson Beck, he
I'm watching them closely.
has a
surprisingly.
turnover problem. That's a nice way of putting it. He likes to throw picks.
So does Trevor Lawrence.
It's Trevor, but
He fumbles him.
he has not been looking like the Carson Beck we've seen
Last year.
or even at the beginning of the season against teams like Clemson. You know what I mean?
I mean, we were just warming up. But continue.
Okay. We almost lost a Pitt this week. We'll get to that.
We didn't lose. We
You
won.
were. I said you were close.
Comfortably. We'll get to there.
Cade was clutch in a way of putting it. But Georgia, I mean, our tight ends went off, for those of y'all that watched. Oscar Delp had 2 touchdowns. But we have a good threesome of Oscar Delp, Ben Yasarek, and, he's a weird last name. He transferred from
What's that other
Stanford
guy?
last year, and Lawson Lucky.
Yes.
And they all had catches, and they all had big nights, especially when Dylan Bell went down in second quarter, I believe. We had to rely a lot on them, and it worked. Beck threw a lot of touchdowns, had a rushing score, over 300 yards passing, and it was a very good game for Georgia. And for those of y'all that didn't see, if Georgia lost that game, the All-State playoff predictor had them at a 36% chance of making the playoffs, and if they won, 91.
like
If Tennessee
92
won,
now.
it was a 96, and if they lost, it was a 56. So right now, Georgia has if we win out, we have a really good chance of making the playoffs.
Got 92 right now. So, pretty good.
Pretty good.
You still got to win the SEC championship. We agree.
If we make it,
Even if you lose.
this is
Georgia's very hard to beat when they're not turning the ball over 3-4 times a game.
Beck has been the problem because he will turn the ball over. When we're not turning the ball over, we have a great defense that will stop a lot of things that you can throw at it, and a very powerful offense, good rushing attack. And that was with hurt Trevor Etienne, our starting running back.
Love him.
And he was out, and our starting wide receiver, our first wide receiver was out too. So we were relying on 3 redshirt freshman running backs, or 2 normal freshmen and 1 redshirt freshman running backs, and some backup wide receivers, and they played really, really well. It's hard to play in Athens. If y'all were hearing it, that you could hear the fans the entire game.
Was it a blackout?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't have black unis, man.
So
So did Clemson. We had a bunch of
we
cool.
we
they
used to
have
have
good-
some.
We had good uniforms. We need new ones.
We did. You remember when we wore, or when Georgia wore black like 2 years ago?
I like them.
Anyway, Clemson. We played Pitt. Interesting game. Interesting game because they have a good defense. They had 5 interceptions on a good Kyle McCord in Syracuse. Syracuse has a good quarterback in Kyle McCord. Played for Ohio State last year. I respect him.
For some weird reason transferred. I don't really know. But
Because, what's his face? Will Howard came in. He was like a 5-star. So.
yeah. But
Anyway, Clemson was down. They had like a minute left. They're down by 1. Kate Klubnik, 50-yard QB draw.
Caden is faster than people would.
He hit
give him
22
credit
against
for.
Appalachian State. 22 miles per hour. That's a
know.
car going slow.
We saw him get some good runs against Wake.
Yeah.
When we were there.
And he opened the gap, got a good block from the linebackers, broke a tackle.
Not from the linebackers, of the linebackers. Yeah.
And just took off to the races. Literally, I was screaming my head off. And he thank God at the end. What a great guy.
It was close.
Kind of emotional.
I was about to say, Clemson's about to get their 3rd loss of the season.
I was scared. That may come to South Carolina. So.
Oh, it's coming to South Carolina. I'm already telling you right now, South Carolina has been very efficient.
They almost lost to an interesting Missouri, so.
But
Yeah.
Missouri also is a good team.
You said earlier this season
Brady
they weren't
Cook's a
good.
good quarterback. Luther Burden is
He's a
top
dog.
3 best wide receivers in college football.
They're all right.
They're a good
They're
team.
alright, I
By the
guess.
way, I want to give credit. Those Missouri jerseys
Fire.
Dude, Missouri has some nice.
were
Drip.
amazing. Them and Ole Miss are some of my favorites for sure.
And Oregon.
I
Gotta
love
throw in
Oregon.
Oregon.
Too. I love
Army and
Oregon.
Navy also has
Georgia's
some.
my favorite though.
Nike making.
Phil Nye, yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's
They
get.
Bill in New Jersey like every 4 days or something. It's crazy.
I know, bro. They're
So
almost all sick though.
Yeah.
almost. Some of
There's a
them are-
few that are.
The mean green.
Ones they played in.
The mean greens are not good. I don't like the yellow on the.
I liked their home from last year. Do you remember those? The just normal green with like the duck wing helmet.
Oh yeah.
Now they're doing more of the like alternate, like classic alternate jerseys, but I like those too.
My favorite ones. Oh, Dude Perfect. Monday Night Tailgate with Dude Perfect. I gotta turn it off.
Yeah, you need to stop.
Oh, that was Tyler. Anyway, eggshells are my favorite.
This is not out of pocket.
I will be. Don't worry. Out of pocket. These pockets.
You shouldn't have turned
These
this
pockets
thing
are
on.
big. I can fit a whole person in there. Okay.
All right.
First, and I'll get to him later, but
Get to who?
you'll see. Clemson versus
I know what he's
Citadel.
talking about.
It's gonna-
not a-
Clemson
I
has
know. I have a good idea of who it is too.
Clemson won. This is like pulling Carter out. Ah! Anyway, Clemson versus Citadel.
was hitting
Citadel,
it,
if
too.
you're not aware, is like apparently a military school.
They're an FCS, and Clemson's an FBS, and they're a
Clemson-
D1, but they're an FCS. And for those of y'all that don't know the difference, it's a big difference.
I like them money.
A very, very big difference. And Citadel is getting paid a good amount of money to come play Clemson.
Yep. So they take it.
And
But Clemson's favored 99%
Clemson
to
should
win.
put up 70 on them.
I was trying to figure out. I didn't even write a score. I usually write a score every week since week 1. This is the first time I haven't done it. I wrote Clemson wins by a lot, and I was trying to figure
I
out.
hope so.
And I was trying to figure out.
Here's
how
my
to-
thing on Clemson. Y'all have a good defense. One guy I want to point out on your defensive side of the ball. Freshman, Sammy Brown.
He got ejected.
He did.
Woo!
All right.
Nailed him. I
Cool.
watched that.
He went to
We love
a high
him.
school that is actually like 5 minutes from where my grandparents live, Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
So small town guy, but was a 5-star. He's a freshman.
Grew up in
He-
Georgia and chose Clemson over Georgia. Just
Which
clarify.
killed me. I watched his live stream commitment live, and I was like down on my knees praying, and he goes, "I'm gonna be a Tiger," and I was like, "No." I
At least
thought
it's
he
not
was.
LSU. At least it's not LSU.
I
At
thought
least
he
it's
was
not
for
LSU.
sure going to Georgia.
At least it's not LSU Tiger. Anyway, I
thought
was trying to
there was no
figure
way
out
he
how to
wasn't.
say that we're gonna win by a lot. So I wanted to make his name Citadel Steven. As you can tell, this masterpiece. I could not get this straight. I don't know why.
I don't
Just
know why it's not.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
centered
You
at
pretty much
all.
can't tell on camera.
really.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh, nice.
All
'Cause
right.
it looks really bad in
We've
person. Anyway,
a little fun thing to do with Citadel
so
Steven.
I'm just
though.
gonna show you how bad they're gonna win. So just move your pandas.
We haven't practiced this one.
Nope. I did it a couple times.
Hold Steve a little lower.
Over.
Can you see him?
Yeah, you can see most of them. All right, you're good.
This is Clemson. This is Citadel. This is how bad we're gonna kill them.
Maddox is Clemson.
Poor Steven. Oh my. All right. No.
I don't know where my mic went.
Poor. They're a military school. We need to remember that.
You might want to find that.
Oh no.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
I lost it when I
Found it.
I lost.
Technical difficulties.
I lost the mic when I RK'd him.
Give me my shoes.
Oh.
My feet are cold. Yeah, but
So that's how bad we're gonna kill
my
him.
score prediction is a good 56-10.
I like it. I was just gonna say they won by a lot.
Here's what I want to say. I was talking about Sammy Brown. He has been really good. A lot of sacks, a lot of TFLs, whole lot of tackles as a freshman.
And he's got a mullet, and he's white.
And we're back to being racist.
Not.
And Wade Woodez, another
Very
white
good.
linebacker, if you would like to say it that way, that is also very good and has been doing a lot of tackles and has been great this year. But defense, and Peter Woods, by the way, big junkie.
I like him big.
But Clemson definitely has a dominant defense. But really, what's been shining this year has been their offense.
Surprising.
Cade
It's
Klubnik,
been missing for 3 years.
another racist thing, is one of probably the fastest white quarterback in college football right now.
That's true.
Or Arch Manning's up there too, though. Arch Manning's close.
He's quick, and he's jacked.
Cade is quick. Cade can also throw a great ball. A lot of talent at the receiving end of the ball.
We got two
Antonio
5-stars.
Williams
He had
had a
100
great game.
149 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not
And
bragging.
Phil Maffa, I would never want to tackle him. He is
I love Maffa.
he's big and
He's a
is
better
hard,
version of
hard to take
Shipley.
down. Good O line,
Actually, no,
great
he
receiving
wasn't.
core.
Shipley
and-
was.
Different kind of runner.
Great O line,
Yeah.
great receiving core, and a quarterback that has actually proven himself this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Clemson is gonna do great things till they play South Carolina.
Wow, that's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Cade should be staying another year, and we got more with him, more in store. I'm hinting more on Clemson in a little bit, so I'm
I
gonna
mean,
scoop past
He would
that.
not be smart to leave, but I feel like he would leave.
We'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, Ohio State, Indiana. Usually this game would
That
be.
is that game day? It should be game day.
It should be.
Okay.
They could also go to Army Notre Dame.
I think they're going.
Army Notre Dame's at Yankee
I think they're
Stadium.
actually going to Death Valley to do the Clemson Citadel game. Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So Ohio State
Look good.
should beat Oregon, in my opinion, because Will Howard doesn't know how to manage a clock.
No. Oregon had that game comfortably.
I actually do not agree with that. I think Oregon should have won by more.
Oh, wow.
They outplayed them. I watched this entire game.
I did too,
They
but I
outplayed them the entire game. They just missed some opportunities. They could have won by 7 or 10 instead of 1.
But let's remember
And
here.
then-
Do we remember how Oregon played against Idaho?
Look, we all have our down moments in life.
Idaho. It's Idaho. No, there's
Georgia almost
no-
lost to Kentucky. That holds a
I'm
horse
sorry.
race.
Kentucky is that is an SEC road night game.
Can I just say
I'm
something?
sorry.
Can
You're
I-
just proving my point more. If we almost lost to Kentucky and we beat you by 31, clearly,
They
Can
also
I say
almost
something?
lost to Wisconsin last week.
Kentucky.
I know.
The only thing that
I know.
is keeping Kentucky in the United States is their horse races. Continue.
It's not even fun, bro.
Anyway, I think Ohio
Horse
State.
races. Not he didn't even
Kentucky-
say Kentucky Derby.
I'm
He said they're
saying, like-
horse races.
I'm just saying, not
I
like
knew
in
what you
general,
meant.
but I'm just saying, like,
I want to go to
from
one
the
of
way
those.
that game went, I don't think Ohio State should have won, and I don't think it should have been.
I don't think they should have won that game. I said I think Ohio State's a better team, a more talented team, and a better coach team. Don't get me wrong. I love Dan Lanning. I love Dan Lanning.
I love him
Don't
too.
like Ryan Day.
I think they're a
But-
better team,
I
don't
love
think they're
Ryan
better
Day.
coached. I think Oregon's better coached.
Okay. Ryan Day's a great coach.
I love
but
Ryan
my
Day.
thing is, you know their offensive coordinators?
Chip Kelly.
Which
He was at
Chip
UCLA.
Kelly, who, for those of y'all that don't know, runs one of the most productive offenses in the history of the sport.
Really?
And I don't even know who Oregon's OC is. I have no idea.
some random white guy.
Yeah. Wow. We're all being
And you
racist
call me
tonight.
racist?
Who else is behind? That's right.
But
Okay.
Indiana has looked like a good team too. Curtis Rourke. Is that how you say the last name? I don't know. They've been good too. What is your take on it? And then I'll tell you my score prediction.
Okay.
Yeah, it's work.
I have really liked Ohio State. Ever since Ryan Days got here, like Urban Meyer, how long was he? He was like
been there for like Ryan Day's been there for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
And
he's
I
been
was-
there a long time.
I've been
You were
there
like
the
7.
entire. I've been watching him the entire time. Look, Urban Meyer was there for like 5 years.
I got to watch a decent bit of Urban Meyer.
I didn't. I watched a little bit of
You
him.
guys probably got to watch a little bit.
I watched I didn't watch. I probably was there. I don't remember it. But Clemson and Ohio State, his last Ohio State game when we blew him out of the water, 31-0.
Look at your dog. Oh, he moved. Dang it, he was just sitting there, like half his face in the doorway. He looked so sad.
I think Ohio State's got a very good roster. But here's the thing.
Oh yeah. They had the best
Oregon
transfer portal
outdogged them,
still.
which we have not seen much of. Whenever we see Oregon, they're like skill players, and I said this in the beginning of the year. I think in order for them to win the championship, which I think they will, and I've said this since week 1.
Oregon?
I've said it since week 1.
6 years. He's been a coach since 2018.
Where was he before that?
Who?
Brian Day.
High school.
He was
No,
actually
he didn't
working
coach high school before.
He was working under Kelly with the Eagles and the 49ers before that.
Really?
wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
But I've said since
Before that,
week
he was-
1, I've said Oregon's going to win the championship. And if they do, they're going to have to figure out the dog in them. They have to fight more. And they did against Ohio State. Ohio State got out dogged. And my point to all this, Indiana is fierce. They have a good, hard-nosed NFL-style defense. They will fly to the ball, shoot the gaps.
They shut down the run game.
Yes.
You can't run against
And
Indiana.
it'll be really good because Ohio State's got 2 really good Quayshawn Junkins. Love him.
And Trevion Williams.
Yeah, they have 2 electric
Henderson,
backs.
I mean, Trevion
Henderson,
Henderson.
yeah.
That's what I meant.
So I'm picking Ohio State in this one, 28-21. I'm going to rely on Will Howard, although people have doubted him.
Is it in Indiana?
Maybe. I don't know. That'll be scary if it is.
No.
It's in Ohio State?
It's at the Horseshoe.
Oh, wow. Well, they're done. If it was at Indiana, I'd give them a little bit more hope. I think I hate to say Indiana hasn't played a good amount of competition this year
But they
because they've played like Michigan and them, but Michigan is nothing this year. They're
And they beat Michigan.
5-5.
I've called it. I called it week 1. Michigan's going to decline quickly, and they did.
Well, I thought the same thing.
And you want to talk about even quicker decline? Florida State.
What are they? 1-9.
Yeah, I think
So many recruits dipped.
Everybody left.
And Julian, the guy, quarterback, long hair. that went
Julian
to
Lewis decommitted from USC. He's going to Georgia, folks. You know, here, listen to me. He was at the game day visit versus Tennessee and decommitted afterwards.
Oh. People say he may go to Indiana. I was like,
No.
Hey, if they win, maybe, but probably not.
But here's my thing.
he should go to Oregon, bro. Dylan Gabriel's leaving.
Indiana shocked us all. Indiana has been one of the surprises of the year because the other 2 have gone down. The other 2 surprises were BYU and Iowa State.
BYU lost
both
and
were
Iowa
undefeated.
State lost.
Iowa State has lost, 2 straight, I think?
They lost 2 or 3 in a row.
2 or 3 in a row, yeah. And
BYU just
BYU
lost to Kansas.
just lost to Kansas in the last game of the night
Chalk Jayhawk.
at BYU. To a 3-6 Kansas team. A team they should not have lost to.
Kansas is a sleeper team. Last year, they were a really good team.
Sleeper for what again? Nothing, because they have 6 losses, except for maybe a bowl game.
They beat BYU.
Iowa State is in the Big 12, which is not like Power 4.
Not anymore
but
that
they're
crazy of a
not-
conference.
They're not too crazy. They're just still Power 4. BYU is in,
Especially now that Texas and
what's
Oklahoma are
BYU?
gone.
Is BYU
They're Big 12 too.
12 as well now.
Yeah.
Like, so not the greatest conference, not the most competition. They've just been winning.
BYU has played some good football. I'll give them that much.
Yeah.
They should not be
But-
ranked 6.
But
Question.
they were undefeated and one of the only undefeated teams up until Saturday night, and now they're done. So right now, the only surprise team right now has been Indiana that's kept it on. And I think this is a tight game, but I think Iowa State pulls it out.
Okay, question. Why is there a Big 12 and a Big 10? That's so confusing.
It's because, like, where they're
Originally, the amount of teams, I think.
Yeah, the amount of teams.
And now it's changed because there's 2 teams in the Pac-12.
On College Football
teams
25,
are just-
on College Football 25 it says Pac-12 and there's only 2
It's
teams. It's so
literally
funny.
the Power 4 now instead of the Power 5, and that always messes me up.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I always say
But now
powerful.
there's 20 teams in the Big 10 and probably 15, 16 in the Big 12,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 15 in the SEC. Like, the conferences are getting bigger and there's less of them.
Yeah.
These last three, we should go a little bit quickly because I have a lot of stuff on hot takes and shout out. Texas A&M, Auburn.
A&M.
I hated on A&M because I said this year with Duke's coach, what's his name?
Oh, I know it.
He was their coach.
John Shire.
Mike Elko.
Mike Elko.
Yeah.
Mike
I
Elko.
was doubtful because he let a bad Duke team to be all right.
They were good.
They were good. They beat Clemson, which is so annoying. And they
That
rallied
was
Leonard, so.
I was so happy when that happened.
But I'm on the A&M train now. They
Yeah.
got my hopes back up. And for the first time,
Except for
forever,
getting smacked by South Carolina the other
which
day.
I'm still scared about. And they're playing Auburn. Auburn's always sneaky, and they'll always be sneaky.
South Carolina plays good against good teams. I mean, Auburn plays good against good teams.
Yes.
Especially if it's a home game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn has not been great. They have a good freshman. Cam Coleman committed there. He's a good wide receiver. Peyton Thorne's been playing up a little bit.
I played with him in college football 25 at Rebuild Auburn. He's a dog. He's quick.
Yeah. Peyton Thorne has been a little bit better. They have a hard-nosed defense. They're a pretty good team. You got to remember they play in the SEC. They're not good enough to compete in the SEC. But
ACC.
we've seen the up and downs of this Texas A&M team all year, and we saw the downs of them against a good South Carolina team. That, I think it'll be closer than you said it would be.
42-17.
That's what he said. Yeah, I think it'll be probably like max a 2-touchdown game.
I think A&M's going to win 42-17. Enough said. Alabama versus Oklahoma. Very strange matchup, but if you have to remind yourself, Oklahoma's in the SEC now.
For those of y'all that did not remember.
I didn't remember until I saw it on the calendar. I was like,
Really?
I forgot.
Them and Texas.
Bama, I think, wins 42-21.
And that Bama's another team we've seen the ups and downs of all season.
I've told, give me a minute. My homeschool brain is malfunctioning.
Yeah, I'm looking for tickets to the Clemson South Carolina game right now.
So would you go?
We should.
You wanna buy me one?
No.
You want me to pay you for one? I won't go.
Okay, Bama, I've been on the hype train since they beat.
Also in December, I'm going to.
Poor Maddox. He finally got words. Then we keep interrupting him.
How long you talk before you forget? What I'm talking about here to forget. I can tell you guys this later.
Okay.
It's not even about football, so.
Oh, okay.
Words.
I'm like Maddox, I'll restrain myself.
You gotta let it out, man. Ever since Bama beat Georgia, I've been on the hype train for Bama. And I think they win 40.
Carson Beck's a terrible quarterback.
40.
Sorry, I said it. He threw so many picks against them.
Anyway, I think they won 42-21.
They should have beat them.
I think they won 42-21. So, enough said.
Against Oklahoma? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's got a good defense. Britton
Depending on where it's at. Oklahoma's a hard place to play either way. But
Bama's Bama.
if Bama doesn't show up like
Vanderbilt,
Bama, if they show up like they showed up at Vanderbilt or how they showed up at Tennessee, Oklahoma, you can see maybe a little bit more of Oklahoma having a little bit more of a shot. Even if Alabama plays down and Oklahoma plays up, I still think Alabama squeezes one out. But I think Alabama wins this game pretty easily if they play well.
Quick pet peeve. I am so annoyed with Vanderbilt hype. It's so annoying.
What?
Diego Pavia for Heisman.
It's so annoying.
No, it's not. It's
They
hilarious.
They win one game against a team that should not have been
They
ranked
lost to
one.
Georgia State.
Yeah, I know. It's hilarious because they haven't been good. They hit the top 25. They beat Alabama.
Make that for on our
They
thumbnail.
still are not like the it team.
We know that Vandy's not good, but they beat
We're
Bama.
just hyped because we can be.
Anyway, Clemson's better.
Love Vandy.
Yeah, we know.
Army
Yeah.
Notre Dame. Army Notre Dame
Whoa.
is at Yankee Stadium. That'll be
So
cool.
it's nobody's home game.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I love these games because they always have good uniforms. But I think Notre Dame's going to win 21-18. I almost picked Army to win in this game, but I forgot.
That's a
Bradley Leonard.
really close score
I
for a
picked,
game that I don't think will be that close.
in the beginning of the year, I picked Notre Dame to be in the top 4
Wow.
at the playoffs. I said
Till
they
they
would
lost
lose
to
to like
NIU.
Oregon, I think it was.
But here's my thing with Notre Dame. They're a way better team than they were when they played Northern Illinois. Way better. If you've seen how
Northern
productive they have been on the offensive side of the ball.
Because they've lost like half their starting defense.
And they've
Like
still
the
been good.
49ers.
Very, very solid defense.
Oh yeah.
It's like the 49ers, man. We were
But
like
also,
Super Bowl chasing.
Then
the
you got to
last
look
several.
at Riley Leonard and their offense. They've been rolling. They've been clicking. They've been putting up a lot of touchdowns. A lot of touchdowns. And Notre Dame is like a pretty good looking team so far. Army, they are still undefeated, right? Army hasn't lost.
Fact check.
I feel like they did.
I do too.
They're still at like 24.
No, Navy. I feel like Navy.
No, Navy's lost like 3 or 4 straight, but I think Army's.
They're still undefeated.
That's what I thought.
Army.
So Army
They haven't played.
has been good, but who have they played? Like North Texas, ECU.
Knockoff veterans.
That's the
Oh.
other thing is like in their last game they just played North Texas and they won because stifling defense, but offensively there wasn't much.
But they put up like it wasn't like
It was
13-9.
14-3.
Their quarterback is insane.
Okay.
He's like so many rushing.
Bryson
He
Daly.
didn't do like anything in that game. Even
Yeah.
though he played. It was iffy because he'd been out. I think he was out against Air Force, who they played the week before North Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came back and he wasn't very productive.
You
I didn't
know-
watch it, so I didn't.
You know how Army's offense.
North Texas. has
Army's
threat.
offense is pretty good. It isn't. Don't they run the wing T? Isn't that what they run?
One time they ran the ball like every play. Except
They
once.
run. Okay, I would just say they run the ball probably 90% of the
They
time.
run,
I think it's wing T. They run the ball like 90% of the time. And honestly, I don't think that kind of offense is going to slide against a really good Notre Dame team. Because if you watch the NIU game, NIU threw the ball a pretty decent amount against Notre Dame, and that's where, they got shredded.
Oh, North
but-
University. Got it.
But, this is a good Army team, but not one that can keep up with a good, really good Notre Dame team right now. I think Notre Dame wins by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Wow. Okay.
Because if North Texas can hold them to 2 touchdowns, Notre Dame can hold them to
North Texas has drip. Okay. Hot takes. Intro.
what we got today.
More sticks.
Woohoo! I'm starving.
I mean, they're basically running like.
It's an option.
It's a triple
Yeah.
option, flex bone type.
I've learned how to run the triple option in college football, and I will say it's very effective. We got
Where
dynamite.
does everything
here.
go back to college football? Man?
Sticks. They're not extremely hot like we
Just
had last
medium.
week. Wait, I think I still have those chips.
Oh yeah, you gotta get into them.
Smoky chili queso. These are only medium, but
Alright.
they just look good.
Remind the crowd what you're
All right, Maddox, hold on real quick.
for him.
3, 2, 1, stick your snout in it. Woo, that's terrible. That's terrible. That smells awful. You headbutted me. All right.
I'll be right back.
Whoa. They smell awful.
Wait, what's the flavor on them?
Smoked chili queso.
It's an interesting profile.
I don't like that.
Did we throw those chips away?
I don't like that. Oh, I hate how they smell. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I found them.
Here,
Yeah.
take a whiff of that.
It can't be as bad as that cheese, steak, and beef we had that one time.
This
I
is-
don't know. It's different, but it's still gross.
That cheese we had, it was not from Earth.
the taste isn't that bad.
The meat was pretty crazy too, bro.
The meat was bad, but not as near as bad as cheese.
The taste isn't that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. Are
These
they-
are good, and they actually do have a little kick.
We got like a bougie brand now. We got, what was it, like 3 weeks ago we had these?
No,
Late
I don't think
July.
smell that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's bad.
Did you not take a massive whiff?
I think he was smelling me more than he was smelling the chips.
They got some kick to them.
No, these are good. Oh,
Yeah.
these are a lot better. Try that.
The chips are, dude. The chips are good.
They're just
I was
spicy.
eating them and we were like,
See, this is the first
"These are
time.
bad."
These are the first time.
Y'all-
These
thank
are the
you.
first time I've actually like had a spicy item and kept eating them because they're good. I don't want to.
It's not bad.
Spicy.
Yeah. Those aren't good.
They're spicy.
Not nearly as spicy as these.
These are really spicy, but they're really good.
Yeah. All right. What's your first hot take, buddy?
I can't talk.
Woo! Wow.
Ah. That's one of the spiciest items we've had. Maybe the spiciest. Don't you agree?
I feel like I'm sweating.
What?
That's probably one of the most spiciest.
Yeah.
Maybe the spiciest, probably.
Yeah,
We should do the one chip challenge.
No. We've already thought about it. Oh my gosh.
You all right?
Sprite.
I think out, buddy.
It's gone. I'm gonna go drink out of that. You do the first one.
You should bring
First hot take.
All right.
Ohio State solidifies himself as a top 3 team for the rest of the season with the win against Indiana. Talk about it.
We kind of talked about it.
Woo! Yeah, bring me some too, buddy.
There's a little
All right.
blessed-
Ohio State should not have lost to Oregon. I stand by that. These are hot. Okay. They have a very, very talented roster, great coaching, great team. I think they beat Indiana this week. And I think they do solidify themselves as a legitimate contender and a really dominating team this week against Indiana. And I think they won out for sure and look good to start the playoffs. Gracias, amigo.
De nada, amiga. I called you a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Spanish. I went to Mexico. I know my Spanish.
Go.
I
I bet I
purposely
still speak more Spanish than you.
test me.
¿En serio? David?
See tacos.
You said sea tacos.
Hey.
All right. Talk about the first point.
I think they stay. Ohio State stays like in the top 3 category for the rest of the year after their win against Indiana.
What are they ranked right now?
2. So I don't see they're having much competition after that. Yeah, no said.
No.
Texas A&M. Wow, I sounded really southern.
Texas A&M.
How about them Aggies, boy?
Texas A&M
And
makes
what
it.
you know about them Aggies?
That reminds me of. Have you guys seen the commercials where it's like, learn your team's saying before you like go or whatever? It's the Bama fan. And he's,
Yeah.
He doesn't say roll tide.
Yeah.
He says like something. What?
Have you seen the one where they brought the roasted duck to the Oregon tailgate?
yeah.
Have you also seen the one that's the new
Oh,
JJ Watt Christmas Dick's
broke
Sporting Goods
I love
commercial?
that one.
That is
That one is
my
hilarious.
favorite
That one
commercial
is
of all
really
time.
Oh, I broke the clip.
It's like the duck to the Oregon tailgating one, but for Alabama, and
Yeah, he's like,
it's like Rise Tide or something.
yeah, he's like, Rise Tide. They're like, what?
How about them Rising Tide?
Fitness, sponsor us. I go there.
I do too.
Really? I thought you were going to a different gym.
No, I've been going there for like 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I just go late at night.
Oh, because football. Got it.
Yep. All right, you gonna talk about Ohio State?
No, gotta fix this paper clip.
Do you want me to talk?
No, I got it. So this podcast will throw you curveballs. You gotta swing for the fence and hope you hit a home run.
Oh, he says high tide.
Oh.
High tide. His wife's like, it's roll tide.
Anyway, I think Texas A&M makes a playoff push after the win against Auburn. I don't think they will, but I think you'll see like a close push into the maybe they say like ranked 12 or 13, but then they're ranked like 15 now of the playoff. By the time you're watching this, the playoff show will be out now because they're probably gonna be out on a Tuesday. But I think you could see them maybe in the playoffs. I don't think they will, but maybe. Clemson is not dead from the ACC championship race.
Thanks to Miami losing. But
SMU would beat you right now.
We need Miami to lose again,
yeah, we know.
or we need SMU to lose.
Or both.
Or both. We will take both. But
Which I don't think either will, because you already have 2 losses. For some reason, you lost to Louisville.
Yeah, I don't know.
They played a really good game. We played a not so good game.
Yeah, I watched that game back. It was weird. They
Miami
played
could
good.
lose to Syracuse. I could see that happening. Watch it happen.
Okay.
Honestly, like, out of what's on there, that's more likely than SMU losing to Cal.
Oh, for sure.
No, I would pick Cal to beat SMU.
Over Syracuse beating Miami.
Cal almost beat Miami when Miami was playing really good ball though. So
That's true. Like Miami's defense.
when they were playing
looks
good,
like Cristobal took his defensive strategy from Morgan and put it on took it to Miami. Which is no defense.
None.
my
Not even
strategy:
a little
we
bit.
beat South Carolina at the end of the year. So which is no, hear me out.
I couldn't disagree more.
And then we have a good
Terrible
one.
strategy. Hold on.
We have a good win against South Carolina. We get into the ACC championship. We win that, and then we're automatically in.
Well,
Physics.
here's my
If we
thing.
win that and Miami loses to Syracuse, we're probably in. But
That's all we gotta do. Get in the ACC championship.
Miami
Is it at Clemson or at South Carolina? That's the determining factor.
Clemson.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's why I want to go, bro.
dude,
I mean, I would think. about
we've
it.
already went to a game, so
Yeah, but this is like
prime
end of the
time.
regular season decider game. Like
There's
Yeah,
never been
so
one of
here's
those
my
in a
thing.
minute.
I think Clemson wins against Citadel and
yeah,
loses to South Carolina.
I think South Carolina's gonna be close. I can't call it, but I think we'll win. But
And here's the thing: South Carolina can have a mediocre year and still play incredibly good against Clemson. And good and bad for y'all, they've had a great year.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, 3 losses, but they were so close to beating LSU, so close to beating Bama. They lost to Ole Miss by a lot, but the other 2 games they should have won. They should only have 1 loss on their schedule.
yeah. So shout out. We're working on the intro. Give us a minute.
Those chips, oh, they're hot.
I
they're
said,
hot, but they are tasty.
They are really good, but I'm like, my mouth is burning.
we stepped it up. I stepped it
Stop
up.
eating them.
Well, go ahead.
You can't handle it.
I will.
Handle the truth.
Oh my god! My movie.
Oh,
Give me a
I know what
minute.
you're talking about.
No, let me explain.
I almost wore that shirt.
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about something else? I mean,
so church we all go to renovation. Wow, those kicked in late.
Yep.
bro, I told you to stop eating them.
They're oh! I got it in my eye. Church we go to renovation.
I know, I'm like
church.
tearing up.
Oh, I am too. Now you say it.
Feel how hot the back of your neck is.
Oh my gosh! What?
I know.
My neck's pretty hot.
Not, you didn't even have a chip.
I got hot.
And in the summer we have a school of medium. We make movies. We make a movie. Oh, we have teams and.
Maddox
For like the first year, I wear a mullet wig.
It's terrible.
It's so good. So good. The first year
It's actually
it happened.
pretty hilarious.
No,
2 years
it's,
ago?
it's a great touch, but it's.
Or look it up
really
on
goofy.
YouTube. Renovation School Medium
Yeah,
Film.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a good touch.
Yeah, just you go see it yourself.
Dude, the second movie we made last year was incredible. was
Way better than the one you had the year before.
So the first one we had, it was like not a great movie, but it was.
back. I'm gonna pull this thing back up.
But it was called what was it? I forgot. It was like, but we gotta include a quote in it, and it was
Shout
"You
out.
can't handle the truth."
Luke Schilling.
Luke Schilling, goat, and Noah Schilling. He did my
and Noah
first year.
Schilling. Both great guys.
Yep.
Oh,
But
is this ever gonna leave?
the one we did last year was absolutely amazing. I saw tears in the audience. Kidding, I didn't.
I cried.
Oh my god. Because I died in the movie.
Yeah.
Yep. I know, it was terrible. My mullet was dead too. Shout out. Anyway, 2 players, 2 teams. We shouted out that had a great week. That was not a burp. I'm going to take number 2 when we're done with this podcast.
It's better than being racist.
Wow. Anyway, my first.
That's out of pocket things. He's like, I'm not taking number 2 after the phone. Like, really? We're telling everybody that?
My first player is Kate Klum.
Of course it is.
If you haven't seen,
I haven't seen him, bro.
he's had the most insane run the whole year. He had like
What?
There might be a slight amount of fan bias there.
but if you put in count,
Greatest run all time.
but if
He
you put
ran 50 yards.
50 yards is a
No,
lot.
he has a good run, but that's not the best run of the year.
Bro,
If you put in a count, there's only a minute left for down by 1 against
I
a
bet
Pitt
you
team who's national championship
Genty
contender.
alone has 10 runs that are better than that run.
Oh, for sure. Genty is like runs where he's broken like 8 tackles on the way.
Etienne. I bet Maffa has better runs than him.
You done?
Yeah.
I mean, I can.
I'm a fan. I just think it's hilarious that you said best run of the year.
For
That was
Clemson.
hilarious.
For
It
Clemson.
was Clemson's most important run of the year so far. That's what I'll say.
That's what I was gonna do. We're gonna have to recreate the sigil. Like at the end, we're gonna do a take 2.
Okay.
No.
No, we're gonna still keep the first one in.
I know what you're gonna
I had a WWE belt,
Just get to
and
the shout-out.
that's the second thing I forgot. Dang it. Anyway,
What did you want that? Do you use that thing
you'll
for?
see. He had an insane rush. That was why he's on my second play. TJ Parker, Clemson. His freshman season was absolutely stunning. I feel like a homeschool mom when I do this. Freshman season was incredible. This game, he had 4 sacks and 4.5 tackles for loss.
4.5.
4.5. I don't know. It's 4.5.
4.5 is the same. It just sounds more weird.
He had an incredible
And
game.
then you said something weird. More weird. It would be weirder.
What?
Yeah. Oh, anyway, sorry.
Continue. Just stop.
This podcast
My
is ADHD.
Yeah. Woo.
My first
It's
team.
not me
My
either.
first team is Colorado.
Us collectively.
Hats off to
Oh, yeah.
Colorado. They're ranked
Our
17
poor
right
listeners. Good lord. Poor Maddox.
I don't know if they make it this far in the episode.
No way.
I thought-
I know I don't.
now. I talked to Carter and he said I watched the whole episode. I was like,
I know some people.
Wow.
yeah, I was impressed.
Atta
Shout
boy.
out you, man.
Shout out Carter
Yeah,
Todd.
I have
We know it's good.
crowd noise. Put the
You
put
are my
clapping
Carter.
noise.
You are my.
Yeah.
Hey, give him a heart. Give him a heart.
Alright.
Love you, Carter.
Oh, that's one of
Thank
our
you.
shout outs.
Comment.
Last week we did a shout out
Shout out, like, all
people. First one. Carter Todd. If we come along, we want to shout out someone. We just shout out person.
Yep.
Colorado. They're ranked 17 right now. Thomas is
Ooh,
out.
they've been
They'll
playing
probably
good.
go up because they killed Colorado like 49-24. Travis Hunter, did you see the catch he had on offense? I have to say on offense, and that's ridiculous because he plays both sides of the ball. He like flipped mid-air and he landed. He could have got injured. That's how hard that was. And he popped up and went.
And he went.
I think he did this, right?
Something like a.
I think it was.
Maybe. I don't know.
Different catch. I watched it like 5 times. Second team, Georgia. Hats off to them. They had a good win. But not only good win, solidifying that Carson Beck.
He's a good
I'm
quarterback.
not putting him as my player yet because I want to see more from him. But
He may have regressed, but he's still good.
yeah, he's still good. And while all you guys hated on him, I said it was like after the Bama game because I was rewatching some of it today. You were saying that he played garbage. You were saying that he played garbage. I said give him time. He clearly took his time, but hopefully he's back.
All right.
And I have a bonus team.
Oh Lord.
Kansas. They beat BYU. Shout out.
Shock Jayhawks.
Yeah.
They had a sleeper team last year. They're not that great. Like it was like
Kansas is here.
like in the beginning of
They already have
last
6
year,
losses.
like week 5 of last year, college game day went to Kansas when they were like undefeated. They're like, is this? They're no longer a basketball school. Only basketball. They're right number 1 right now in basketball. Kansas.
I know. They just beat Chapel Hill a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's all my shout outs. I'm done for the podcast.
All
All your
right.
shout outs.
My first team. I think we can all guess. Drum roll, please.
Georgia.
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 I mean, you already know. Great showing against a good Tennessee team. I mean,
Give me a minute.
oh my gosh, that's hot. All right. Beck played great. Tight ends played great. They were very efficient, moved the ball well. Against a really good Tennessee team. So that's my first one. Hold on.
Hey, when I do the jump, I'm gonna like hold this up. stand. Could you like crop it out?
All right, my second team
Like zoom the camera out.
we've kind of overlooked. Guess who? Drum roll, please.
Clemson.
Florida.
Yeah.
Listen.
Well, their whole entire like past 4 years have been up and down.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Bagley's back, baby.
It's a pretty good LSU team. Not a great LSU team.
I like LSU when like this year. I've liked them so
but
far.
a pretty good LSU team.
Up and
Florida-
down. Brian Kelly should not be their coach. Hot take. He should not be the coach. He did not do a great job. He did a good job at Notre Dame, but he had a great roster and didn't turn them national championship team. He should not be a coach of a great team. He needs to go back to D2. Sorry.
Wow, that's a lot, but okay.
Maybe FCS.
Yeah, maybe. Or even just
Memphis.
yeah, something like that. Not, I mean, that was brutal.
Go back to the
Like,
homeschool
Go back to
football team.
middle school, fifth quarter. Like,
Gotta teach Pee Wee. Flag Pee Wee.
you don't even deserve to do that.
Two in touch.
Go coach soccer.
Backyard football.
How about water polo, Brian? You ever thought of that?
You're the water boy at best.
polo is-
Water boy at
You
best.
don't want to be able to move while you play volleyball.
Anyway,
That's
Florida,
clear.
great.
H2O.
Grant Mertz tore his ACL, their starter, who had the best completion percentage in all of SEC last year. He was throwing like 70. He was completing like 75% of his throws.
I'm guessing he's a quarterback.
No Maddox. He's a cornerback. No, yes, he's a quarterback. And then Lagway, their
making
backup,
sure.
who's a freshman, has been doing really well. They won by 11 against a good LSU team. That's
Carter-
my other shout out.
Carter is watching.
Back up.
Carter is watching, so I
What?
was making sure
Lagway's
he
the
knew.
starter. He was hurt.
I got you, bro.
No, I promise you, it was Mertz before.
Merch.
They split reps.
Merch got
they
the
split
dirt.
reps.
Merch got
But
the
for the
merch.
most part,
Ooh, merch.
but he's been great, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good Florida team, played well, and beat a really good LSU team. So those are my shout outs.
Any players?
Beck and Lagway. Both great
And-
games.
Who?
Travis Hunter, too. I'll give him a shout out.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Genty. Genty had 3 touchdowns and 162 yards.
I don't think he's going to win the Heisman, which is sad. Because Travis Hunter's been playing like insanely good ball.
Yeah, Lagway's their starter.
Okay.
No,
Let's
they
reiterate.
were sharing reps before, but he is now.
You thought you were done.
Oh, no.
We're doing this again.
No. Are you kidding?
Yeah. All right. And can you crop the camera back? Because I want to like stay.
Make it wider.
Yeah.
All right, Maddox. Kill. What's his name? Citadel
When I'm
Steve?
done, you hand me this.
All right, you're wide.
Ready? Oh, fell down.
Where's the bell?
All right. Hold on.
No, give it to me.
No. It was not a fair match. It's an FCS to an FBS team. With a little bit of bias.
Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
Maddox Moore. WWE champion.
Your FBS team.
Thank you. It's been an honor and privilege. Thank you for watching Gridiron Talk, where we do out-of-pocket things.
We will see you next week. Sorry for the racist jokes.
Peace out. Done.
Give me water.